There are many times in our lives where our families are hungry, our husband is hungry, or we're hungry, and there's just nothing in the refrigerator to make quickly. But today I want to share with you how you can cook using your crock pot for days maybe when you just don't feel like cooking. We all have them days, and for me, I just got home from the hospital and I'm going to be sharing with you, if I haven't already, what happened. But I'm kind of tired today, but I have to make a family meal because my children are coming over to help me do some chores that I'm not supposed to do right now. So what am I going to make? Well, it's a family-friendly dinner. It's very frugal, and it can help you out when you don't feel like spending hours in the kitchen. My favorite series of cookbooks are these. I love this cookbook. It's from Debbie Harmon. I love the illustrations, but I love the meals because they're simple, they're easy to make, and they're frugal as well. They don't cost a lot of money to make them. Today we are going to make tater tot casserole. Now, a lot of people make tater tot casserole and they put it in the oven, but because I want it to cook on its own and I don't have to stand around and watch it because we have other things we have to work on today, it's tater tot casserole in the crock pot. I'm all about the crock pot. Whether you're outside mowing your yard or you have to go away for the morning and you want to get back and have a meal, your crock pot is your best friend. In the summertime, it's your best friend because it doesn't heat your whole house. For me, I cook with propane. That means a fire. I'm having a fire in my kitchen and it is so hot. Now, you will hear a little bit of a hum from my air conditioner because I do have air conditioning now. Oh my goodness, I don't know what I ever did without it. I mean, can you imagine? Almost 12 years without any air conditioning. So let's get right into the video because that's why you're watching it, because you want to know how to make tater tot casserole in the crock pot. So let's get started. I will try to write the ingredients in the description box below. I have been doing that in my recent videos. But I will tell you verbally what it is. It's 2 pounds of ground beef that's sauteed, 1 bag of 16 ounces of tater tots, 2 cans of green beans, 2 cans of cream of mushroom soup. I'm using celery because our son doesn't like mushrooms. 1 cup of milk and salt and pepper to taste. And you know, in the traditional family, Pennsylvania Dutch, we have the salt and pepper on the table. I don't have a lot of seasonings when I put it together, but when we have it on our plate, we add our own seasonings. That's something I just was born and raised. That's all I've ever known. We didn't really season our food too much while it was cooking. We always did it afterwards. And of course, I'm gonna show you the meal afterwards. But we gotta get started on this. All right, so I have everything already pre-done. So my ground beef is sauteed, and I did add some peppers because I like adding vegetables and color to my food. It doesn't call for the peppers, but a little bit of added nutrients is really good. We're gonna go ahead and just basically put it together, throw it in the crock pot, and on high for 2 to 3 hours. First thing I'm gonna do is take my 2 pounds of ground beef that's drained. You always wanna drain your fat off your ground beef. I try to get the leanest of the ground beef that I can. So this is about 75 to 80% lean ground beef. Now, I didn't measure, so it's maybe not quite exactly 2 pounds, but it's close enough. We're gonna go ahead and drain our green beans. Now, I have my own canned green beans, and I will share with you a video above me of my home canned green beans, but I was in a hurry to just quickly get these, and I found these in the pantry. So we're gonna use 2 cans of green beans. And then 2 cans of cream of mushroom soup, but I am having cream of chicken. I was gonna have cream of celery, but I decided cream of chicken. Mother always said it really didn't matter what cream soup you used as long as you used a cream soup. So there's celery, there's chicken, there's mushrooms. Really, there's not that big of a difference, but if your family doesn't like mushrooms, you can always substitute it. I'm gonna try 1 can of the milk first because 2 cans seem like a lot of liquid. When things cook down, they will actually become even thinner. I'm only gonna go with the 1 can of soup. I'm only gonna go with the 1 can of milk. It does call for 2 cans though. Variation, it says you can add a cup of cheese, and you know me, I will add cheese. Cheese always makes things taste better, but that is a variation. You do not have to add the cheese. And then we're going to add some of the tater tots to the mix. We're just going to add it to the crock pot. I usually get blocks of cheese and shred it myself. It seems to save me money that way. And here we put the tater tots. Now this is a small dish. You could double it or triple it. Basically, it's just a couple simple ingredients. You could make it as big as you want, but this will be all right for our family today because I promised to make 5 strawberry pies. And that I promised before I ended up in the hospital, and now I need to make it because I bought all the ingredients. So I made pies last week, and I'm not sure when you're gonna see that video. Everybody loved it, and I promised to make everybody more pies. Well, then life happened. But I want to thank you guys so much for your prayers, because all the things that were going on in my life the last 6 months, where I thought I had kidney stones, where I thought I had all of these things, it was all a hormonal issue, and I'm so thankful I'm finally getting it taken care of, and I'm on medication for just a week, and hopefully after this week all of those things will subside. And I'm so grateful for everyone for praying for me. It was from my anxiety, it was from all kinds of things were being affected. And so my thyroid, they're looking at my thyroid and all of that. And it's just amazing how your whole body it just works together. And when there's something that's not quite right, it's like gears in a machine. And when the one gear isn't working quite right, it affects all the other gears of your life. And I'm really thankful because I found out really what was wrong, and all these things that I had been dealing with was actually a cause of a hormone. Not having enough of a hormone. And it's just amazing. It's like the pieces of the puzzle, you know, the pieces of the puzzle all are starting to fit together, and you can go back and you can say, oh yeah, that's why I felt like that, or that's why I was so nauseated. Oh, that's why all these things were happening. And it's just amazing. So I'm not gonna get into detail because this is a cooking video and people are here to see what I have to make. But I'm going to share with you a little bit in upcoming videos. Exactly, the saga is over. It was like a 6-part like drama of my life, because all these things were starting to happen, and it was like I was telling people this is happening, and I was telling people this is happening, and this is happening, and this is happening, and finally it took an ER hospital to find out exactly what was wrong. All right, everybody, I'll get back to you when their meal is done, and I'll see if we really liked it or not. So in the well, everyone, it's actually really good. Make sure you only add 1 can of the milk. 2 cans would be way too much, because even with 1 can, it's a little bit thin, but it actually has really good flavor. It's very tasty. Also, I would probably make it in the oven and not the crock pot. Seems really soupy in the crock pot, but children would really like it. It is really good. It is. It's very tasty, but I think in the oven it would have more of a crunchy topping on the top. All right, everyone, I hope you give it a try because it is a really good recipe, and I will make it again. And I also think I'll add a couple more green beans to it. Take care, everyone, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Mwah! Bye, everybody.